Everybody deserves to be celebrated on a very special day. This season is for fathers, and every father deserves to be celebrated on Father's Day. So, in celebrating our fathers, share with me your fondest memories of your father, whether dead or alive. Happy Father's Day! Everyone deserves to be celebrated once in a while, whether it's a birthday, whether it's a special occasion for women, for men, or mothers or fathers. But this season is for all fathers and potential fathers. Let's get into my story. Welcome to my YouTube channel, and this is Rebecca Sways Maru. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you're joining me from. I'm going to take you through a very short story about my father and how he raised me to be the woman that I am today. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do well to do so. Hit the subscribe button. Feel free to leave a comment, share with friends as well as family. So let's get into it without wasting much time. Once again, happy Father's Day to all fathers out there, whether they're present, whether they're absent, and to every potential father out there. If you're a young man and you're looking forward to being a father, I pray that the Lord blesses your heart and equips you emotionally, mentally, financially, spiritually, to be able to be that father you really want to be. For some of us, we had very, very good fathers. I had a great father who would sit with me under the stars, would attempt counting the stars, would watch planes fly over our house, and my father was present for me. My father was always there. He was a military man, but he grew soft on me, I guess. He wasn't like that towards my brother, but when I was born, I heard that things changed. It changed my father. And before I was born, my father used to say things like he didn't want any garbage, especially after my brother was born. He claimed that my mom had given birth to a human being, and that giving birth to a girl wasn't really a thing for him, but he was proud my brother was born. But when I was born, I hear from my brother that my father changed and he loved me so much. My father's love towards me was unbelievable. I With how we grew up and the area in which we grew up, it wasn't common to find such love from an African man, not to even talk of a Nigerian man. My dad loved me so much. He would always pick me up from school, go to restaurants, we'll get cake, we'll get juice, we'll get pastries. He would take me to his office where it was all chill. The AC was always on, and I felt like some dadaba or some rich man's kid. But my father was no rich man. He just did the best that he could for me. I'm saying for me because I can't speak for my brother. I wish he could do a recording, but he's camera shy. um, I love my father so much because even when he had little, it meant the whole world to me. And one of the things that I would never forget, which he always taught me to be patient. Whenever I asked my father for something, he would be very honest with me and say, "Okay, hon, I am." Whenever I asked my father for something, I just had to check my microphone. Whenever I asked my father for something, he would be very honest with me and say, "Honey, or Becky, I don't have this amount of money to buy you what you're asking for. But if you would be patient enough with me, when the time is right, when I have money, I'll get it for you." And I could see how broken he felt whenever he had to tell me he didn't have money to get me what I needed. And so I picked up a trait where I would never ask for anything until he could see that I needed something and he could provide. I would never ask him for anything. So anytime I was quiet, he'd just come to me and say, "Are you okay? What do you need?" And I'm like, "Oh, no, it's okay." And he'll be like, "No, I have some money, and if you need something and I can afford it, I'll get it for you." So my father was that open and honest with me, and I respected that so much because he also validated my feelings, he validated my needs, he validated my wants. And I celebrate him today, even after close to 14 years of him not being alive. It's been really tough because I used to be a daddy's girl. I never saw my dad cry until one time when I was leaving Nigeria with my mom, and he cried because he was going to miss me. And if I'm right, I was about 4 or 5 years old, and I remember because that was the only time I ever saw my dad cry. And I think it really got to me. That was a hardcore memory. And the other fondest memory I have of my late father was when I was 15 years old and I got into this feud with my mom on her birthday. I was 15 years old. My mom had said some things to me that really got me angry. And I just coiled into my shell. I went outside. I sat in my dad's car just watching the stars because it's something that we used to do whenever we felt lonely or sad or whenever we felt like we needed space. So I did that, and he was looking all over the place for me inside when there was a party going on during my mom's birthday celebration. So when he didn't find me inside, he followed me outside. He saw me on the bonnet of his car, and he realized, even without me saying anything, he knew I had fought with my mother. And he just said, no matter what happens, never fight with your mother. And that moment, he never said anything else to me. He just lay there with me on the car. His presence was more than enough. He didn't have to say anything else to me. He just spent the entire time with me in silence. And it was so much more than I could have ever asked for. So I really appreciate my dad, even close to 14 years of his departure. I'm so happy that I had a father like that. I didn't get to spend much time with him. I lost him when I was 18, just about to write my final year exams in senior high school. And I miss him deeply. So if you are alive today, if you have a father who is alive, he may not have been present in your life, but now he's trying to reach out. Let me tell you something. You have to forgive and you have to let go. I wish my father were alive today to just hug him. I would give anything to just hear his voice and hear him say, I love you, I miss you, I'm proud of you. I would give anything to have a hug from him. If your father was never in your life and he's trying to reach out, I know how tough, I know how difficult it is. But you have to forgive and let go, not because they deserve it, but because you need your sanity, because you need your peace, because you need to move on and be the best version of yourself for your children as well. Because the more you hang on to that pain of your father being absent, that pain of your father walking out on you, walking out on your mother, walking out on your siblings, the more you hold on to that, you never really know, indirectly, you also manifest that in some other way to your children. And your children are also watching. No matter what he did, no matter what he said, forgive, let go, because there's no time. He may not have time, you may not have time. So forgive your father. I know it's rough. They don't deserve it. They don't deserve it, but you still have to forgive, especially if you're a Christian. This is what Christ has called us to do. Forgive and let go. Sometimes when I keep crying, even after so many years of losing my father, people are like, what about me who didn't know my father? You cannot appreciate my pain because you never had what I had and lost it. And I always say this to people who come across me, that you haven't felt that. But once you feel a love of a father, trust me, fathers are really important. Fathers are really important. And I thank God I had a great, great father. I don't know what your situation is, but look, again, your father walked out on you, he abandoned you, he abandoned your siblings, and left you all the responsibility, especially for the men. It's damaged you emotionally, intellectually, mentally, spiritually. You're broken. You're broken because you're still holding on to that little boy who was abandoned. But you have to take back your power by forgiving and letting go. Your father may not deserve it, but you deserve your peace. You deserve your own forgiveness. You deserve your healing. You deserve to be made whole. So please forgive and let go. Like I said from the beginning of the video, do well to share your fondest memories of your father in the comment section. Tell a friend to tell a friend about my YouTube channel. It's a safe space where we can cry, where we can share a lot of emotional stories, especially between children and parents. For me, I had a rough patch with my mom, which I'll be uncovering as time goes on. And I'm not just uncovering because I don't have any story to tell, but I want people to know that it's okay to have rough family dynamics, and also guide us on how to heal, how I heal, how I'm healing, because I'm still not there yet, and how to rebuild a relationship with a family member, a mother, a father, an uncle, a sibling, whoever that family member is, so that we can all grow together, heal together, and also be made whole. So feel free to leave a comment, share with family, share with friends, and again, tell me, what is your fondest memory of your father, whether dead or alive? My name is Rebecca Sweys Mauro. I'll see you in the next video.